Hello, I'm Morgan Thompson. Former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani is under fire for questioning whether President Obama loves America. The remarks were made at a private dinner in New York with potential 2016 supporters for Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker. On Fox this morning, Giuliani said he wasn't questioning the president's patriotism, but his rhetoric, saying he rarely hears the president talk about how much he loves America, like Ronald Reagan and Bill Clinton did. But Democrats are calling on potential Republican presidential contenders to reject Giuliani's comments. At the White House, President Obama calls on foreign leaders to confront the warped ideas of terror groups like ISIS and al-Qaeda.
These terrorists are desperate for legitimacy. And all of us have a responsibility to refute the notion that groups like ISIL somehow represent Islam, because that is a falsehood that embraces the terrorist narrative.
He also says the idea that the West is at war with Islam is, quote, an ugly lie. The president is speaking again today at the last day of the White House Summit on Terrorism, where leaders from more than 60 countries have gathered. Lawyers for the accused Boston Marathon bomber say they can't get a fair trial in Massachusetts. Dzhokhar Tsarnaev's defense team is asking an appeals court to override a federal judge's orders and move the trial away from the site of the attack that killed 3 people and injured more than 250 others. A federal judge has 3 times rejected the defense's pleas to move the deliberations. Jury selection began early last month. About 60 people have been identified as possible jurors. Today on Capitol Hill, the newest Secretary of Defense, Ashton Carter, says his main goal is to help the president make the best possible security decision.
To be helping the president and our national leadership make the decisions that will keep us safe and protect our country and protect our allies and friends.
Ashton Carter gave his first speech today in his new position as the head of the Pentagon. New opposition to Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's plans to speak before Congress next month. A group of almost 24 liberal Democrats have signed a letter to House Speaker John Boehner asking him to postpone the address. Netanyahu's speech is controversial because it comes as the Obama administration is negotiating with Iran over that country's nuclear program and just 2 weeks before Netanyahu faces voters for re-election. Republicans are pushing for tougher sanctions on Tehran. 500,000 Walmart workers are getting a pay raise. The world's largest employer today announced it's spending $1 billion to make changes to how it pays and trains hourly workers in the U.S. The pay hike will benefit nearly 40% of its more than 1 million U.S. employees. That's your Newsmax Now update. More coming your way in 30 minutes.